a lot of people ask me, well, why do you think people were so excited? Why do you think everyone just kind of got up and understood what you were saying? And I said, when you're telling the truth, then people get it. They understand. All you have to do is stand up and tell the truth. And the truth was about the America I know. The America that we all know, right? My parents immigrated to this country with very little money. And they came here because they had all of these hopes and beliefs. And they heard about the America. They heard about this great American country where they could come and work and keep a little bit of what they've earned. And most of all, there was a word that just resonated with them. And that was freedom. So they came to the United States in search of that one commodity that I believe is the most precious thing in the whole world, and that is freedom. Being here, they worked hard. They appreciated everything that they had. They appreciated the ability to work hard. And I remember my dad saying to me, Mia, you are not going to be a burden to society. You're going to give back. And it stayed with me. Now I think about growing up, and I think about all of the things that my parents taught me. They taught me about fiscal discipline. They said, you don't live outside your means. You make sure that you spend what you have, and you don't spend any more. And guess what? You're not entitled to anything you don't own, earn, work for, or pay for yourself. You should work hard. My values are centered around fiscal discipline, limited government, personal responsibility. That I have a brain, and I have the opportunity to make decisions for myself and for my children and for my family. And that's the America I know. I talk about the small business owners with big ideas. Oh my gosh, only in this country could you come $10 in your pocket, put something, invest, and end up with more money. When did success become a crime? I don't get it. When did being successful ever become a crime? Isn't that what makes us great? Yes. That's what we want for our children. That's what we want for our families. I want my child back there. You see her and all of my other children. If she wants to build a rocket that sends the first person to the moon, no one can tell her that she's Mars. Sorry. To Mars. We've already done that. We're going to Mars. No one can tell her that it's not within her reach. No one can tell her that she can't do it. For crying out loud, she's in the greatest country in the world. I think about the farmers and the beauty of our landscapes. I think about our heroic military and the sacrifices they made to hold on to that precious thing that we've got, which is freedom. I think about all of those children. I talk about them. All of those children who look at things that seem absolutely impossible, and in spite of everything says, I can do that. That's my destiny. I can go ahead and I can do that. We're supposed to allow them to do that. We're supposed to give them the tools to do that. And as a parent, that's what I'm here for. To give them the opportunities that they need so they can achieve their dreams. We do have, unfortunately, forces that are working against us. We have a president that doesn't see America the way we see America. And we've got people that support him, believe it or not. Unfortunately, I'm going to say this. We have somebody right here in our state that supports him 75% of the time. Now, I can tell you, I am not here to ever criticize someone's character. I think people are nice, and I respect them. I respect people. But I'll tell you, when you're voting for the stimulus package, when you're voting for Obamacare, when you're voting for card checks, when you're voting for everything that we do not want in the state of Utah, it's time for you to go home. Woo! Yeah. So think about our heritage. Think about the things that we've been able to do. Our history, there's been struggle. Our history is about human struggle. Most importantly, it's about achievement and going beyond those struggles, standing up and saying, you know what, I'm going to get past these things because our failures do make us better. It's about triumphing, saying, this is impossible, but I'm going to achieve it anyway. I talked about the small steps and the giant leaps. Think about that. The first country that landed somebody on the moon. First country that was able to go and do that and land somebody on the moon. Everyone said it was impossible. Think about Martin Luther King, for crying out loud, who marched, and he didn't march alone. He marched with people behind him because he thought, he knew that all men were created equal under God. We've got a president that wants to divide us. We are created equal under God. I deserve a president that sees me as an individual. We all deserve a president that sees us equally as Americans. I want you to know that I love this country. I am here first and foremost, not just as a candidate for Congress, but as a wife, as a mother to my 3 children, as a concerned citizen. I'm willing to stand up and go out there and fight for you. I need you to stand up with me. We are going to preserve this America we know and love. We are going to preserve our values here in this state. We are going to be loud, and we're going to be making decisions at the table. And yes, Utah's voice will be heard, the same way it was heard on Tuesday night. We're going to get things done. We're going to get our country back on firm financial standing. And we are going to create a world that is more prosperous than the one that we've inherited and leave that for our children. We will be the generation that gives our children more. If you stand up with me, I'm willing to do it. What do you say? Thank you so much. This means so much to me. God bless you all. God bless this great state that we know and love, and God bless America. Thank you.